Hey guys, what's up? It's me and Nick again. We're gonna tell some funny stories about work and some other stuff. Go for it.
Let's see. Man, you're putting me on the spot. I think the funniest story that I have was this lady who came up and she was shorter than I was, and she said there's no such thing as a low blow for a midget. And then I told her, yeah, and for me it's a double negative because I can't see it coming either because I'm legally blind.
So one time at work, our coworker Matt is cutting up cheese, and our old boss Tom, who's not our boss anymore, is walking past, and they're like, "What are you getting paid to do?" And he's like, "I'm getting paid to cut the cheese." And Tom looks at him and says, "Are you serious?" And if you don't know what cut the cheese means, it means fart. You got another one?
I'm trying to think. Not that I can recall. There was this one older guy, right? Older guy who was wandering around the store, and I thought he was looking for a product, and he was like, hey, maybe you can help me, and I was like, what? Help you what? And he's like, find my wife. I was like, no, I can't help you there.
There was one time, this was really funny because a coworker, a member's like, says, if we don't like this, we're gonna come after you, and I'm like, ha ha ha, because it was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah.
So there was another member who said, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna come see you next time. I said, okay, and I'll give you a sample next time.
Do you remember Judy?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Judy.
I love everybody, but this one lady that we had, she had something wrong with her. I don't know, it was a social disorder or something, and I love everybody, but she was one of those people that you were just like, ah.
Oh, I know
she
what
would stand in front of you, and as she's glaring at you, she's taking your samples, and she's not throwing any of her trash away.
Yeah.
None at all. And so as you're reloading the samples, you have to throw away her trash as well.
Tell them the story what the manager said.
And Dave, one of the managers, comes up to me and saw how irritated I was getting, and he takes the tray that the samples were sitting on, and he goes, here, take it. You're gonna take it anyway, take it. And she got all flustered and ran away.
Yeah, I remember one time, Judy was like, is this gluten-free? I'm like, yeah. Is it sugar-free? I'm like, there's only 1 gram of sugar. And she said, gotcha, and just walked off. I mean, what the fuck? 1 gram of sugar.
I had her run into me when I was standing in front of my cart.
Oh, jeez.
She ran into the back of me, and I was like, what the hell?
Was that Dave Ryan?
Whatever Dave it was with the beard. The really long beard.
I don't know who that is. I know Dave Ryan, the store manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have glasses. Or are you talking about John?
No, I wasn't talking about John.
Yeah,
it's Dave.
Who John Heinrich was?
Yeah, I'm friends with him on Facebook, I think.
You are?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's goofing off over at the... He comes up to me and we start talking about my samples and about everything. You know what So one time, you know how I do this to the people at the food courts, pull my money back?
Yeah.
Like this, for example. I like give them that much room to grab it.
Yeah.
Like that much and pull it back, and they're like... And I told John about that, and he said, we could fire you for that. What the hell? So we're joking around, and he's like, I'm going to stomp on your foot, man. Because I told her, you know Misty?
No.
She would crush my fingers once and take the money from me. I'm like, ah. And she's like, you're trying my patience. I have a 2-year-old. And she said, I'll just wait until you're ready to give it. And she snatched it and crushed my fingers. So I told John about that, and he said, I'm going to stomp on your foot. And I said, I'll file assault, dude. And then one time, we were just goofing off, and my mom's like, you two lovebirds doing something? Or it was something along that line. And then John's like, and I'm like, since I brighten up your day, and he's like, you do brighten up my day. That was so funny. John, did you know John was there since 1991?
I did not. That's a long time.
Like, he managed the manager of gas pumps, the hearing aid, the deli, the meat department. Did I say gas pumps?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he did that, and he also built the steels in there.
I was gonna tell you something. Oh, Cindy, one of our coworkers, she's super super funny. She kind of has a little bit of
Problem with
surreal, but she's very very funny to me. And one day she didn't know that I was visually impaired, and so she flicked my hat, and one of our coworkers was like, he's blind, right? And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then one time she was showing me a trick with we have these little spray sanitizer bottles, and she sprayed it at I think it was like the steel, and it shot off and hit me at my only good eye.
Damn.
And I was like, man, I'm already blind. Do you want me to be fully blind?
Damn. I remember one time, I used to talk to Cindy back in 2011. She loved me back then. You know Willie?
Yeah.
Her husband?
Yeah.
Some guy out of nowhere called him Willie Whiskers.
Weird.
For his beard or something, but...
Weird.
I don't know why she got so mad at me, but... One time, at work, Tom was making a joke with me and said, when you're 23 years old, you need a cane? Remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, so he's talking to me about needing a cane, and he's like, my cane's whiskey. I'm like, you're what, 37? He said, yeah, I have a hidden cane, but now he's like 38. Now I just turned 24 today. And yeah, I remember one time. You got any other funny stories not work related or something?
Not really. Not off the top of my head.
How about the
I got a funny story.
Yeah, what's up?
So me and my three buddies. My three buddies were like, dude, you want to go to a party? So I was like, sure, let's go to a party. So we all got in his car, and he was like, we gotta go pick up this other guy. So I was like, all right, fair enough. We have one extra seat, So I was sitting in the back. There was one of my buddies to my left, and then another person in front of me on the passenger side, and then of course the driver. Well, we didn't know that this one guy that we were picking up had 3 other people with him. 3. So we clowned our asses into this 5-seater car. Had a guy get in the trunk. And the whole time he's talking to himself, and we can hear what he's saying. At first he was like, no, I don't want to go in the trunk, no. And then we were just like, get in the trunk, and then we finally hear him talking. He's like, hey, actually, this is pretty comfortable. And so I was like, Alan, I swear to God, Alan was the driver, and I go, Alan, I swear to God, if you get us pulled over, I'm freaking done. I'm getting out, and I'm walking from wherever we're at. I'm done. And he's like, I'm not going to get us pulled over. So I don't know what he did wrong, but all of a sudden, whoop, whoop, siren right behind us, right? So we get pulled over, right? And thank God the guy in the trunk didn't say anything, because we would have gotten so nailed. So nailed. He must have heard us say, there's a cop, because he was dead silent. And the cop comes up and he shines his light into the car, and he's like, dang, how many people you got back there? And we just obviously were dead silent. And he's like, why don't I do this? Why don't I let you roll up to the parking lot? There was a parking lot not too far away. Why don't I let you roll up to the parking lot? You can get the people out that need seatbelts, and I'll let you roll onto the party. And we're like, okay. And I was like, me and this other guy got out, and we were just like, okay, we're done. We got out and we left.
When did that happen?
That happened a while ago. Like a long, long time ago.
Like what, 10 years ago?
No, not that long ago, but maybe like 2 years ago.
Damn. That's
It was messed up.
How old were you back then?
24. No, 26.
Yeah, that's almost 3 years ago now.
Yeah, almost.
That's when I turned 21.
But anyways, come see us at Costco. Come see what we do.
Yeah.
We sell the stuff for you.
Yeah, CDS, bro.
Yep.
But I do have a few other funny stories.
Oh, do you? Oh,
yeah.
my bad.
Yeah. I'll just tell. So one time in high school, me and my friend were horsing around at lunch, and then, so he thought it would be funny. He takes a little bit of yogurt,
Mm-hmm.
and he jammed it right in my ear.
Uh-huh.
It's like the opposite of, it's like similar to a wet willy, but with the yogurt in your ear.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, motherfucker, so I grabbed part of the yogurt, and I was ready to put it in his ear, and he's like this, and I'm like, so I flung it, and it covered his eye. And he just looks at me like this, and he's like, really? Or he's just like, grabs paper towel and wipes it out of what other eye it was. I think it was his right. He was like this, and then he wipes it out, and then one time.
Another funny story too.
Go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Alright. So, I have this friend who has a prosthetic leg from the hip up, I believe.
Oh,
And
gee.
so he has prosthetic leg, and so he was walking down this bridge on South Puget Sound Community College's campus. And at this one point of the bridge, it's like this, and then it goes down to a slant. Well, he slipped on the slant. So his leg detached from him, slid all the way down to the other end of the bridge, right? Almost went over, right? And so I was like, dude, I would have gotten it for you, but I would have thrown it, and I would have missed, and it would have gone over the railing, and it would have gone into the lake, and it would have been all bad anyway. And he's like, that's cool, dude. But no one would help him. Everybody was like, freaking out and everything, and he's like, what, are you going to look at me like I'm some sort of circus freak? Or are you going to get me my leg and help me? So he had to crab walk all the way down, and he reattached his leg back on. He goes, man, talk about your separation anxiety.
Damn. There was one time over at school, or over at the Family Fun Center, you know where that is?
Yeah.
So, my friend takes me on this giant swing, and I have a huge phobia of heights. And I go all the way up, and he's like, no hands, because I'm trying to cover my seat from opening up. I'm like, I'm gonna kill you, man. It's like, what? And I'm like, I'm gonna kill you, Dalton. The whole time, I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. He's like, no hands. And then we're doing the go-karts, and he's like, what? Every time he turns. Damn. Hey,
Is that it?
Tell them the story of the of your dad's hot sauce thing.
Oh, that's not very funny, though. I think it's a weapon, man. It
Yeah,
can be
but
used as a weapon.
it's funny in a way.
I mean, kinda.
Okay, so I'll go first. So I'm super sensitive to spicy. I'm not gonna lie. So I posted a video once, a couple months ago, that I ate the jalapeno from hell. Dude,
And my dad has this Dave's Insanity sauce that's made of habanero extract. You have to use, well, he used to have it. He doesn't have it anymore. But he had it for 3 years, and it only went down like that much. And so, as something like that ages, it gets hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter.
Damn.
And so, you literally had to take it out of the box that it was in. I call it a coffin because it might as well be. But he literally had to take it out of the box with gloves. Anyway, when my uncle gave it to him originally, he didn't know what it was. He was just chewing on his meal, and he was like, "Wow, Joe, you made this pretty hot." And his face turns bright red, and we're like, "Dad, are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. And then all of a sudden he disappears. We don't see him for a couple hours. And then he comes back and he's like, "What did you put in that?"
Didn't your dad's friend try it too?
Yeah.
Tell him that story.
My dad's friend came over and he's like, "Hey man, let me try some of that Dave's Insanity sauce you got. You said it's so hot." Oh. Downplaying it like it's a big deal, And he comes in, and my dad's getting out the rubber gloves and everything, and gloving up, and the eyedropper, and all this other stuff. And my dad's friend takes the bottle, goes chew, 4 drops about this big on his chip. Dude takes one bite, can't leave, or can't talk, leaves, and we don't see him.
What happened?
Well, he ended up being okay, but he almost sent himself to the hospital.
Damn.
Yeah.
I remember one time this jalapeno was so hot.
Yeah.
It's like I tried to bite and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. I ran to the motherfucking bathroom. It was so hot. This time it wasn't my throat that was on fire. My tongue was burning like it never burned before. It's like, holy shit, this is bad. And I ran because it was on fire. My tongue was burning to the verge of like hell. And I'm like, huh. Then I tried some coffee and I'm like, dude, my fucking cup's hot. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking jalapeno. Then guess what? The next day, what do you think I did?
What?
I ate the rest of those damn jalapenos. These aren't just jalapenos. These are like fucking death traps. And you know that Dave's and Sandy sauce?
Yeah.
Didn't it chip the paint off of wood?
Yeah, it takes the paint off of wood.
Damn! You need help, whoever you are. I got one more video after this.
Bye, you guys.
Peace out.